write down a P1 cos theta plus B P1 dash cos theta minus a P2 sin theta minus b P2 dash sin theta. What is the second one? We have a P1 sin theta plus b P1 dash sin theta plus a P2 cos theta plus b P2 dash cos theta. And last one as it is a P3 plus b P3 dash. Okay, now we'll collect the terms which have a, and so that we can write a into Cp plus b into Cp. Okay, so we are collecting the terms a with here it is P1 cos theta minus P2 sin theta. Correct. Now what we have next is this is with a is common. It's the second one, no? Let me write down b common P1 dash cos theta minus P2 dash sin theta. Okay, so this with b and a. So what we have next is a. Second one is a P1 sin theta plus P2 cos theta plus b into P1 dash sin theta plus P2 dash cos theta. The last one as it is. Okay. So now we can write this as a. This will be first. This is second coordinate, and the third coordinate is AP. Okay. Plus we will write down plus this, and this one. Okay. Which is equals to a times, we write it as P1 cos theta minus P2 sin theta. The second one is P1 sin theta plus P2 cos theta. Third one is P3. A is common. Okay. Plus we will write b times. B times we will write all the remaining one. P1 dash cos theta minus P2 dash sin theta. Then P1 dash sin theta, P2 dash cos theta, and the third is P3 dash. Okay. So which will be equals to a times this is Cp plus b times this will be Cp dash. Okay, hence it proves that C of AP plus BP dash is equals to a times Cp plus b times Cp dash. Okay, which proves that C is a orthogonal transformation. First we have proved that it is linear. Now we have to prove it is orthogonal transformation. To prove orthogonal transformation, we have to prove it is going to preserve the dot product. That means we have to prove Cp dot Cq is equals to P dot Q. What is C? C is a rotation provided force. Cp dot Cp dash is equals to, we have to prove it is equals to P dot P dash. Okay, so for that I will write down P1 cos theta minus P2 sin theta. Second is P1 sin theta plus P2 cos theta, and third is P3 as it is into dot product with P1 dash cos theta minus P2 dash sin theta, P1 dash sin theta plus P2 dash cos theta, and third is P3 dash. So just take a dot product. How to evaluate a dot product? By coordinate wise application. So just take a dot product with a coordinate wise vector. So we will get it as P1 dash cos square theta, okay, minus what we have P1 P2 dash, and this will cancel with this term. Okay. Let me write down this minus P1 P2 dash cos theta sin theta minus minus we have P2 P1 dash sin theta cos theta, and the last is minus P2 P2 dash sin square theta. Okay. So plus what is the next term? P1 P1 dash sin square theta plus P2 dash P1 cos theta sin theta plus P2 P1 dash cos theta sin theta plus last is P2 P2 dash cos square theta, and the last term we have is P3 P3 dash. Okay, so for that we have to now cancel the terms. What are the terms we can get cancelled? As we are evaluating the dot product, what is a dot product? A dot P is nothing but A1 B1 plus A2 B2. So in the very similar way, we have performed the dot product by coordinate wise application. We have to multiply this with this second one with second, third is with third, and take the addition. So now what we have to cancel? What are the terms we can cancel? P2 dash with P1. So this is positive, negative get cancelled. So here also P2 P1 dash will get cancelled. So what are remaining? Cos square theta plus sin square theta. Okay, so we can write this as this term. I can write P1 dash cos square theta plus sin square theta will be 1. So this term will be eliminated. So what I remain with? The last term. Okay, for the last term, as it is with the positive sign. So let me write down this plus P2 dash, it should be P2 dash cos square theta plus sin square theta, that will be 1. So what I remains last is P3 dash. So which is something but our P dot Q. What is P? P is with P1, P2, P3. What is P dash? It is with P1 dash, P2 dash and P3 dash. These are any 2 points in the E3 space. So to perform the dot product of P with P dash is take the dot product of each and every coordinate. P1 P1 dash plus P2 P2 dash plus P3 P3 dash, and which is equals to P into Q or P dot Q. Hence we can say that every rotation is a orthogonal transformation. Okay, so here we have proved rotation is a linear transformation as well as it is a it preserves the dot product. So hence we can say every rotation is a orthogonal transformation. Okay. So in the next lecture we will see if f is isometry, we have to prove that if f is isometry and if f of 0 is equals to 0, we have to prove that f is a orthogonal transformation. Just now we have proved that every orthogonal transformation is isometry, but if f is isometry, whether it should be orthogonal transformation, reverse way. Okay, every orthogonal transformation is isometry, but whether every isometry is orthogonal transformation. This will be true only if f of 0 is equals to 0. This we have to prove in the next lecture. Okay. And I hope you have understood what is an isometry. Isometry is a function which preserves the distance. That means if we are having f is a function from E3 to E3, then distance between FP and FQ should be exactly equal to distance between P and Q. There are so many types of isometry. Actually, there are some real life examples of isometry also. Just like if you are walking, so whatever you are, आपका जो पहला कदम होगा, suppose you have this here first. So what will be the second leg? This is one, and the third one. So there is isometry between these two. That is, if we are performing a function of walking, so whatever we have here in first before having the function, that is before walking, this image is exactly equal to the image after walking. Okay, so this is also one example of an isometry in the real life. Okay, so you can go for many examples of isometry, and there are many types of isometry. since every isometry can be written as after having a three types of isometry that you can let's study later on. I will give you one project topic also in the next semester, that we have to prepare a project on a isometry. Okay, so what is an isometry? It is just a distance preserving function. So whatever you are having the distance between f images, that distance will be exactly equal to the distance between p and q. First we have seen is a translation. What is a translation? It is a function which moves every point in a specified direction with a fixed vector. It is a function which is going to add a constant number to every point p of a E3 space. Okay, what is the next thing we have proved? If G and F are isometry, then G composite F is also isometry, which means that it is going to satisfy the closure property under the composition. Okay, next we have to see whether every isometry, if you are having F is isometry, whether there exists an inverse. Okay, yeah, I hope you have solved this, whether the set of all isometry forms a group or not. Okay, next we have seen what is a rotation. Rotation you have already studied in the classical mechanics, how to perform the rotation about x, y or z axis. Okay, at that time if you are going to perform a rotation through an angle phi or theta, so you have to write down whatever we have initially, that is p is with say p is a point which is making whose position vector will make an angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis. So P will move to some another point Q. Suppose this is x, y, z. So we have performed the rotation about the z-axis. So z will remain as it is. Just like if you are having the suppose we have this one x, y, and z axis. Okay. So we are going to put our plane as it is. We will perform, that is, we will keep z axis as it is. We will perform the rotation about the z axis. So if we perform the rotation about z axis, then there will not be change in the z coordinate. If we perform the rotation about x axis, there will not be any change in x coordinate. So there will be change in y and z. So similarly, we have performed the rotation about z axis and we have found the rotation matrix, and rotation matrix will be in terms of theta because theta already we know. After performing rotation through an angle phi, we have to find out the answers. Okay, that is point P is now moved to some another point P dash. Now we have to find out the coordinates of new position of our point P. Okay, so next we have proved that rotation is a isometry. Every rotation is isometry, every translation is isometry, every orthogonal transformation is also isometry. We have proved all these three as a isometry. These are types of isometry. Next we have proved that every rotation is an orthogonal transformation. What is an orthogonal transformation? A mapping C from E3 to E3 is a called orthogonal transformation if it is a linear transformation as well as it preserve the dot product. Preserve the dot product means that Cp dot Cq should be exactly equal to P dot Q. Okay, whatever the dot product between the P and Q, the dot product, this dot product should be exactly equal to distance. This dot product should be exactly equal to the dot product between the Cp and Cq. Okay, so in the next lecture we will see whether every isometry is a orthogonal transformation. Okay, we are provided that f is isometry, we have to prove it is orthogonal transformation, which means that we have to prove that it is linear as well as it is preserving the dot product. And in the next lecture we will also see f is equals to Tc, that is every isometry I can write it in the form of translation and orthogonal transformation. Orthogonal transformation followed by translation. So every isometry can be written as a orthogonal transformation followed by the translation. Okay, so let us stop. Thank you.